We've all been here before, screaming at the internet gods, blaming teammates who clearly are trash, just sucking eggs and wanting to die. But what if I told you I found a PC that changed this forever?
Let me introduce you to the Rapid Level 9 Essential Series by Aftershock. I choked!
Yeah, okay, I still fucking suck, but the build slaps.
Let's start with the design and the aesthetic first. The beautiful Montech and Aftershock collab case comes with a front removable honeycomb panel, as follows, and a side opening tempered glass panel here, so you can look inside to this beautiful ring. Whether you're looking at the Aftershock details like the A from the logo on the inside of the fans, the Zotac logo staring you down with its beautiful RGB colours, or the F21 fans in sync giving you a spectacle of the rainbow, this minimalist and well-managed case is beautiful. And when I say beautiful cable management, oh my god, as someone who is complete dog shit at managing their cables, and no, I will not show you my previous case, this thing is an absolute delight. But here is a side-to-side comparison of my stupidly large full tower build that I first made when I got into PCs against the amazing Rapid. Look at the size difference. This is such a better sized piece if you're looking to have it as a display on your desk, or even just to fit in a smaller space if you're a bit tight with your setup. But let's get into the performance side of things. I'm personally an AMD man, so getting to see an Intel featured build was really interesting, and the performance from it was really surprising. With well laid out heatsink, thermal guards, and heat pipes, this thing never throttled from any heat issues or general usage, which was such a nice feature to have. And when you pair this with the i7-12700KF 5GHz CPU, I never ran into any issues with processing, throttling, or whenever I was doing heavy renders, having to worry about slow speeds or any of my other processors being affected. This was then paired with the Clev Crast 3600MHz RAM, which was awesome. As somebody who has 32GHz in their own system and does a lot of heavy RAM-based processors, I was a bit worried about the 16GB, but I'm yet to run into any issues. It's low voltage, RGB customizable, as you can see in the rig right now, and has a 2-step overclocking process. So if you did want to push the RAM a little bit further than what the system comes built with, you do have the option as well. Only once or twice when I was changing a file source from MKV to MP4, I was in After Effects rendering, had YouTube open, Discord going, and some downloads at the same time. Did I come into some small freezes or issues? Besides that, no issues of notoriety ever appeared, which is honestly so refreshing for somebody who does some crazy stuff with their builds and their workflows and knows that this thing can be seriously reliable. This combo was then paired with the Aftershock Spectra Glacier 240mm cooling and the F21 fans that I spoke about before, 6 of them at 120 mils to keep this thing ridiculously cool. Take a listen to what it sounds like when I was doing some of these file changes I talked about before and put it under some pretty heavy load with other applications running at the same time. Surprisingly, not too loud, and it doesn't sound like an aircraft hangar like my previous build, which is awesome. And as for the general usage sound, take a listen to this. Genuinely so quiet, and with general day-to-day usage means that you won't have to worry about sound being something that is an issue.
Now we get to the juicy part of this. The insane Zotac TRX 3080 Ti Trinity OC 12GB.
This beast comes with 2nd gen ray tracing cores for better environmental life for those artists and modelers of you out there, and 3rd gen tensor cores for more operations per clock cycle when using your PC. The beast also comes with Spectra 2.0 RGB lighting, which as you can see when syncing up with the rest of the build by Aftershock is seriously so sick to look at. This beast also comes with Ice Storm 2.0 advanced cooling and active fan control so that you're always in charge of the temps and what your GPU is being put through, as you could hear from the temps before. It also comes with an awesome Firestorm utility so you can look at the specs as you're actually putting the GPU under load. So take a look at me playing some trash Apex and the GPU handling me playing at 4K with over 120 Hz. I was using the auto feature here, having no need to overclock or change any of the settings with the GPU, and I found it very, very good as a baseline that the PC comes with. But for you guys out there that want to bump it a little harder or work like a warhorse and have your computer scream every time you make a mouse click, it's nice to know that you can have those options and make the changes if you need to. The beauty of this GPU is that when I paired it with my new Samsung V8 Odyssey, when I tell you I had the most buttery, smooth mouse control you've ever seen, and frames never tearing, being jagged, and really bringing light to the environments and bringing colours up in such rich ways, woo, it was beautiful. In no shape or form did it change my decision making and how trash I am as a gamer, which I thought it might, but it meant that anything I was looking at was just gorgeous. To go a little further into the build, we have an 850 watt power supply, which was awesome, jumping up an extra 100 watt from my previous build, so that in that moderate range, which is recommended for your wattage, it would sit a little better and I didn't have to worry about power issues. The Wi-Fi 6 card gave me some small issues. Every sort of 5 to 10 minutes I could run into an unexpected latency drop where the frames would disappear and my immersion would dip. After talking to Aftershock, it could have been the installation of the antennas, which is a flaw by my end. Something wrong with the build perhaps, but there'd been no other reported issues, and when I put an Ethernet cord in, it disappeared completely. So only a small inconvenience, but hopefully I can get that one sorted out.
Overall, the rig performed and looked beautiful. It handled literally anything I threw at it, including my inability to stop moving and going.
So head over to Aftershock and check out the Rapid series while it's on sale and while you can actually still grab one. They're disappearing pretty quickly.
Whilst you're over at their site, take a look at a few of their builds and try and take a guess at what I might be reviewing next.
Make sure to tell them that Rick sent you, and as always, keep creating.